Hi, Cindy here again with another episode of Ask a Mechanic. Today we're going to cover bike pumps and how to inflate your tube. There are three things that you're going to need to know. You're going to need to know how much air to put into your tube. You will need to know what kind of valve you have. And you're going to need to make sure that the kind of bike pump that you have works with the valve you have on your tube. So let's get started. How do I know how much air to put into my tube? Well, the good news is your tire should tell you. The PSI, pounds per square inch, is listed right on your tire. There's a range, and you're gonna find what works best for you as you ride, how hard you want it to ride or how soft you want it to ride. Each kind of bike will have its own amount of pressure that it prefers. Mountain bikes, for example, take a lower air pressure because you want it to be a softer ride so it can grip those rocks. Road bikes tend to be a higher PSI because you want the ride to be harder. And I have here a hybrid tire and it's right in the middle. And so this one tells me that my PSI is going to be between 50 and 75. Here at the shop, we like to use Park Tool pumps. We like this one because it has the gauge built into it, and the head of the pump accommodates both the Schrader valve and the Presta valve, so you can have it on any kind of tube. We know that this tube has a Schrader valve. That means we're going to use the larger of the two holes in our head. To use it, we're going to put it straight onto the valve. It's currently in the unlocked position. To lock it, we're going to lift that lever straight up, and now we're ready to pump following the gauge on the pump. When we have it to our desired PSI, to get it off, we're going to push that lever back down into the unlocked position, pull it straight up, and don't forget to put your dust cover back on your valve. So now the question is, what if I have a Presta valve, but I only have a Schrader pump? So when you have a Presta valve, you need to make your Schrader hole fit. And you're going to do that with the adapter. You're going to take the dust cover off and unscrew that top of your Presta valve. You can hear the air escape a little bit. Putting the large end of the adapter onto your valve, screw it into place, and now your Schrader pump will fit on top of the adapter just as we'd shown before, locking it into place, pumping to your desired pressure, and then releasing when you're done. Take that adapter off. Don't forget to screw the top of this Presta valve all the way down so that no air escapes, because if you don't and you put that dust cover back on, you're going to have yourself a slow leak. So be sure to do that. The last thing to cover on the floor pumps are the Presta valves. So if you've got a Presta valve and you have a Presta tube, or if you've got a dual tube, obviously you're going to use the smaller of the holes. You're all set. The last thing I want to cover today are hand pumps. These are great to travel with you as you're riding. They fit in your bag, they attach to your bike. There's no gauge. So the whole point of them is that if you have to do a quick flat fix or you've discovered a slow leak, they're going to get you to your destination as quickly as possible so that you can address any of the issues that you're having. And that is it for bike pumps today. If you have any questions on anything we talked about, or if you have suggestions for questions that you might want us to cover, let us know. You can tell us in the comments, you can email us, or come and visit the shop. We'd love to see you. Thank you.